What's going on, everyone? I am at Parcero Philly, uniting all through sports and culture here in the beautiful city of Philadelphia. And today, guys, we are going to attempt something new here. With the Philadelphia Union's offseason now already begun, it is time now to experiment. And my goal is to try to reach all different sports fans throughout Philadelphia, whether it be European soccer fans, Eagles fans, Flyers, Sixers, or Phillies fans as well. And today, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the week that was for the big European soccer leagues, with the 5 storylines that truly caught my eye. We're going to discuss those 5 storylines, and in the comments below, I want to hear from you guys what you guys thought of these storylines. What caught your eyes in the European week that was? But guys, sit back, hang tight, and let's get this started, guys. Alright guys, first off, what caught my eye, we got to look at what happened over in the Premier League in England, and specifically a fellow American by the name of Christian Pulisic. We all know Christian Pulisic. He's the American golden child, and he is the future of the U.S. men's national team. And with being the golden child and the savior of U.S. soccer, you might say, there is a lot of pressure on this young American. After getting £57 million from Chelsea last winter, the pressure was on for Christian to produce right off the bat. However, with a new manager in Frank Lampard, it has been tough for Christian to accumulate himself to the Premier League and as well as Chelsea FC. He hasn't really been able to see a lot of playing time to start this season, but in the last week, Frank Lampard has entrusted Christian Pulisic, and his trust has truly paid off. It started against Ajax in the midweek match for Champions League, in which we saw Christian Pulisic come in the second half as a substitute and help assist on the game-winning goal that would give Chelsea big 3 points in their Champions League. Fast forward to Saturday when Frank Lampard entrusted him by starting him against Burnley FC at the left midfielder, where we know he loves to play, and it paid off, as Christian Pulisic recorded not only his first goal, but his first hat-trick in the Premier League. And what a performance it was. All 3 goals were class goals, and you can clearly see the confidence that was brewing from Christian Pulisic throughout this match. Nothing was stopping him. He looked like the Christian Pulisic we saw stand out for Borussia Dortmund. He caught the headlines worldwide, and he's catching people's attentions now. But now the question is, what's next for Christian Pulisic? Are we going to continue seeing this form from him for Chelsea as well as for his country? I'll tell you what, the U.S. men's national team had a big week because this was the start of it. The next storyline that caught my eye this week is about the news of Serginho Dest, the young 18-year-old right fullback for Club Ajax in Amsterdam, made a huge decision for his future by picking his national team to suit up for. It was rumored that he would stay put in Holland and represent the Netherlands, but in a huge plot twist, Dest decided to choose to play for the U.S. men's national team. This is a guy who's a coveted young player for Ajax, an institution of young soccer players worldwide. And now he chose to play for the U.S. men's national team. Now, as you guys know, I don't choose to root for the U.S. men's national team. Do I want to see them win? Yes, but Colombia is my team. However, I live here. I'm going to raise a family here in America. I want my future kids to see a good team being put out there. And this right here, guys, is a huge win. We've seen countless players, not just in this generation, but previous generations, countless players choose to play for other countries instead of the U.S. men's national team. And now this is a player who's going to possibly be one of the best European players who has strong ties to the Netherlands and chose to play for the U.S. men's national team. This move definitely had his fair share of controversy from both the Dutch and the Americans. A lot of people don't understand why a player with such promise would choose to play for a U.S. men's national team that is not looking so hot right now when he could play for the Netherlands, who look like a team on the rise. But personally, me, guys, the opportunity to represent a prestigious country like the U.S., the opportunity to make your mark for that country, to me, and I think Dest feels the same way, that has a bigger impact on one's legacy. To me, I think he made the right move. We will see if Berhalter is the right option for manager of this U.S. men's national team, but there is no doubt that there is some serious talent being brewed here in the United States. We'll see what Dest can do. Alright guys, the third storyline that caught my eye. God damn, Spurs, what the fuck? Tottenham Hotspur faced off against Liverpool in a rematch of the Champions League final, a match that we all figured Tottenham was circling on their calendar to gain some revenge back, but I think we were all fooled. And the match that we saw Tottenham go up early within the first minute of this match, then we saw, as in the second half, Liverpool being Liverpool. With the Robertson goal in the 50th minute, saw the score not up. And then in the 75th minute, on a penalty kick, Mohamed Salah put the ball in back of the net to put Liverpool up 2-1. And Tottenham had absolutely no answer for Liverpool and would lose the match 2-1. Guys, Tottenham hasn't beaten Liverpool in 6 matches, guys, since back in 2017. And you would think that after losing the Champions League final the way they did, they would come in this match and just steal this match away. But something is wrong with Tottenham this year. They are now sitting in 11th place. We will talk about the standings in a minute, but Tottenham and Pochettino need to turn things around and figure it out. They cannot continue losing these big matches if they want to do what they have in plan, win trophies. And for Liverpool right now, who the hell is going to stop them? And me rooting for Everton, please someone stop them. All right, guys, the fourth storyline that caught my eye, we have to switch over to my favorite league, and that is Serie A, where this weekend we saw the contending teams say, we don't want the title, here you go. No one absolutely wanted to get 3 points. We saw Juve draw against Lecce 1-1. Inter drew against a good Parma team, but still, when you and Juve draw points, that was your opportunity to bounce over Juve with a victory. And then there was Napoli. My God, my Napoli had the opportunity down in Ferrara, as Napoli drew 1-1 in the Stadio Paolo Mazza against Spal. And Spal has proven this year that playing at the Stadio Paolo Mazza, it is not easy to play there, and they make it difficult. They definitely fed off the crowd. After we went up first with the Akuduzzi's Milik goal, they came right back with their own goal. Definitely got to credit my fellow Colombiano, David Ospina, who got a start in place of Alex Meret, and he definitely did play well. But the team that took advantage of all 3 of those teams to drop points was Atalanta. The Cardiac boys from Bergamo were able to take advantage of the top tier Italian clubs to drop points by beating down on Udinese 7-1. This week in Serie A, we have double round of matches. A lot of stuff is going to happen within the week, and a lot of good matches will happen, but goddamn, Serie A, someone please dethrone Juve. And the last thing on my mind, we're looking at Arsenal FC, who again got a result that they did not want. At home against Crystal Palace, we all thought 3 points was feasible for them to get. Unfortunately, though, things did not go their way, and VAR bit them in the ass not once, but twice. In a match where we saw Arsenal go up 2-0 early on Crystal Palace, to see them crumble a lead and draw this match 2-2. We also saw their captain, Granit Xhaka, leave the pitch after being substituted in the second half by fans booing him, and him not embracing it the way he should have. It was definitely a big black eye for Arsenal, and things are not looking good for Arsenal right now. With an attack that includes dangerous players like Nicolas Pepe, Alexander Lacazette, and Pierre Aubameyang, this team should be scoring goals out their ass. But unfortunately, that is not happening, and they are right now sitting in 5th place when they could be, challenging Leicester or even Man City right now. All right, guys, and let's just look at the standings from the big leagues right now. And when we look at the Premier League, up top is Liverpool, and who is going to stop them right now? They look hot, and even when they don't have their best performance, they still find a way to get 3 points. They are sitting up top of the Premier League with 28 points. Right behind them is Man City with 22 points. They seem to be resting on their laurels too much, and right now they are 6 points behind Liverpool for first. In third is the surprising Leicester City. Will Leicester City pull a Leicester City again? They have 20 points in 3rd place. In 4th is the resurgent Chelsea FC. Frank Lampard has this team clicking on all cylinders, and they are in 4th with 20 points. In 5th, like we discussed, Arsenal sitting there with 16. In 6th is Crystal Palace. With that draw, still a point behind Arsenal with 15 points. Man United sticking in there as well with 13 points. Sheffield United, the surprise team right now, are in 8th place with 13 points. Bournemouth in 9th with 13 as well. West Ham United making a resurgence again with Manuel Pellegrini. We've seen this last season as well. They are in 10th place with 13 as well. The Spurs look down right now. They are sitting in 11th place with 12 points. Wolves in 12th place right now with 12 points. Burnley FC in 13th with 12. Brighton sitting in 14th with 12 as well. In 15th place, we got Aston Villa with 11 points. In 16th, we got my Everton just surviving relegation right now. Not looking so good with 10 points. Please sack Marco Silva. And 17th place, we got Newcastle United with 9 points. And in the relegation zone, we got Southampton with 8. Norwich City still lying on that Man City win from earlier in the season with 7 points. And in dead last, a surprise, we got Watford FC there. Not too many big games this week, but the one game I will keep my eye out, and it's not because it's Everton, but Everton is facing off against Spurs, and these are two teams that are struggling and two teams that really need a result badly. That will be a Sunday 11:30 kickoff, so keep an eye out for that match. In Serie A right now, Juve is up top, Inter by 2 points with 23 points. Inter has 22 points, sitting in second. In third, we have Atalanta with 20 points. Napoli sitting in fourth with 17. In fifth, we got Roma with 16. In sixth, we got Lazio with 15 points. Cagliari is right there in seventh with 15 as well. In eighth, we have Parma with 13 points. In ninth, we have Fiorentina with 12 points. In 10th, we have Bologna with 12 points as well. In 11th, we got the surprise Hellas Verona sitting in 11th place with 12 points. That's a shock. In 12th, we got Torino with 11 points. In 13, Milan sitting in the bottom half of the table right now with 10 points. Not looking so good for the Milanistas. In 14th, we got Udinese with 10 as well. 15th is Sassuolo with 9. In 16, we got Lecce with 8. In 17, we have Genoa with 8. And 18th, we have Brescia with 7. And in 19th, we have Spal with 7 as well. And dead last is Sampdoria, and they cannot find their way out right now from the relegation zone. Now in Serie A this week, we have a double round of matches, some good matches as well to be played. In the middle of the week, I'm going to keep my eye out for Napoli versus Atalanta with third place implications here. Napoli just 3 points behind Atalanta for that third place spot. See these two teams battle out in the Stadio San Paolo Wednesday afternoon. And then this weekend we have another big match by my Napoli, as it's the Derby del Sud, Napoli versus Roma, the capital versus the south, and it'll be fun. I'm going to try to hit over Gran Cafe L'Aquila because that match meetup is going to be fun, but it is always a great match between Napoli and Roma. These matches always come down to the end, so definitely keep an eye out for Napoli all week long because they are playing in some big matches this week. Alright, in the Bundesliga, things are looking interesting, and up top the tables is Borussia Mönchengladbach, who right now are sitting atop of the table with 19 points. Right behind them is the powerful Bayern München with 18 points. In third place, it's Freiburg with 17 points. In fourth, Wolfsburg also with 17 points. Borussia Dortmund sitting in fifth place right now with 16 points. Best believe they will be there at the end. There is too much talent on that team for it not to come down to the wire for them. In sixth, it's the energy drink team from Leipzig with 15 points. In seventh, we have 15 points as well from Schalke, and Bayer Leverkusen as well in 8th place with 15 points. In 9th, Eintracht Frankfurt making a comeback now in the top 10 with 14 points, sitting at 9th. In 10th, Hoffenheim have 14 points as well. In 11th place, Hertha Berlin is sitting there with 11 points. In 12th, my Werder Bremen need to step it up, but they got 10 points so far in 12th place. In 13th, we have Mainz, who have 9 points. In 14th, Fortuna Dusseldorf is sitting there with 7 points, despite some good play by Zach Steff. In 15th place, we have Union Berlin with 7 points. In 16th, Cologne also have 7 points, as well as Augsburg, who are sitting in 17th. And to round out the relegation zone, we have Paderborn with 4 points. There's some really good matches in Bundesliga this week. You got Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Mönchengladbach. You have Borussia Dortmund versus Wolfsburg. But what I will keep my eye out will be Bayern München versus Eintracht Frankfurt. Is Frankfurt really back? It'll be a good test against München. I don't think they will have enough what it takes for them, but I think that will be a fun match to watch. All right, and in La Liga, guys, top of the table, no surprise, Barcelona is sitting up top with 22 points, as we all expected. But in second place, guys, we have a two-way draw with a team we expected to be there and a team we did not expect to be there. Granada sitting there in second place, tied with Atletico Madrid with 20 points. Who the hell saw this right now going into November? Fourth place, you have Real Sociedad, a fun young team to watch with 19 points. In fifth place, you got Sevilla with 19 points as well. Sixth place, you have Real Madrid just still sitting there despite some lackadaisical play by them. They have 18 points. In seventh, the Yellow Submarine, Villarreal, sitting there with 17 points. In 8th, Osasuna with 14 points. 9th, we got Real Valladolid with 14 as well. In 10th place, we got Athletic Bilbao, who is sitting there with 13 points. In 11th, we got Getafe with 13 as well. Valencia in 12th with 13. In 13th place, you have Alves with 12 points. In 14th, the other Sevilla club, Levante, with 11 points. In 15th, we have the island of Mallorca with 10 points. In 16th, Eibar is sitting there in 9th place. And in 17th, we have Celta Vigo with 9 points as well. In the relegation zone, we got some surprises here. Real Betis sitting on some tough times. We thought they would be good this year, but they are sitting in the relegation zone in 18th place with 9 points. Espanyol, the other Barca club, is sitting in 19th place with 8 points. And dead last, we have Leganes with only 5 points, are sitting dead last in La Liga. All right, La Liga, just like Serie A, is going to have a double round of matches this in the midweek. I'm going to be keeping my eye out for Valencia versus Sevilla. It's a big rivalry in Spain and always have some fun matches, so I'll keep my eye out for that. That will be Wednesday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then for the weekend, we'll stick with Sevilla, who will be facing off against a team I like to root for in Spain is Atletico Madrid. That will be Saturday, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Those two teams always put on a good show, and I definitely think that will happen. Big week for Sevilla, though. It'll be a tough task. All right, guys, but that was the week that was for the European leagues. Guys, in the comments below, this was the first episode. What do you guys want to see from a total soccer show? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you're thinking from any of those leagues that we discussed today. And guys, help me grow this channel here. The goal, the impossible goal we have, is to get to 200 subscribers before the 2020 year starts. And I need your guys' help for that. Help me out by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, hitting the bell button for the notifications, as well as sharing this video with this channel as well. And until next time, I will see you guys later.